Before I start my assignment, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this country throughout Australia and recognise their connection to the land, water and culture. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. And I just want to recognise the land that we're standing on, which is Whadjuk country. And welcome to my EDN 441 Teaching Humanities and Social Sciences in Early Childhood and Primary. This is my assignment 3. I'm Shaquille Kondasamy, and my student number is 322364847. What kind of teacher do I want to be? On reflection of my teaching style is a democratic, whilst being a safe learning environment that is inviting to all of our students, regardless of their background. This space will allow students to express their opinions, voice, goals, and to create a memorable experience when learning has. As educators, it is important to work with our colleagues within the same cohort to ensure HASS is being delivered similarly across the classrooms. This will ensure staff are on the same page and staff members will be able to give one another feedback. This will allow our teaching practice to grow. As educators, it is essential to continue to learn and grow. Our teaching capacity as developing ourselves is not only beneficial to us, but rather to our students' developmental. And this can continue through professional development within the classroom, outside the classroom by external agencies. As long as teachers are continuing to learn and grow and not teach the same way, it's always going to be beneficial to their students. What kind of HASS teacher do I want to be? It is essential that as educators, we know the curriculum and its content. This will enable us to teach the students the material and furthermore help them understand the concept. This will include us as educators being aware of the year group we are teaching and delivering the content to the abilities of the students' needs. I want to be the type of teacher that uses this information and enhances it to make my lessons entertaining, fun, and informative. And yes, of course, that means being aware of the general capabilities and what the content that shows within the curriculum, particularly on the HASS website. Catering to the students' needs is an essential strategy to allow students to succeed within the classroom. I'll be implementing this strategy throughout my teaching career to ensure students feel a sense of safety as the work is targeted towards their ability and that they are happy to be learning within a safe learning space. To be transparent with students, carers on their progression. This will include reports being sent home, certificates of student success, and meeting with the family to show how their child is going within their unit. Last but least, number 4. If a student is struggling with a particular task in the classroom, I want them to ask their peers before seeking help, to ensure students are working collaboratively and learning the correct content from one another before asking myself. This will demonstrate the inclusiveness of my classroom and the safety, as students will not feel judged to ask their peers if they are struggling to understand the topic. Number 4. HASS topics covered throughout this unit. The topics that were covered throughout this unit included critical thinking, empathetic but enthusiastic, multicultural learning, teachers and students researchers, empowering educators, discussions on students' learning environment, democratic HASS approach, that really aligned with me in particular, planning, academic for students, problem posing, participatory and effective learning. Teaching strategies that I'll be implementing within HASS. The first one will include constant reflection of my teaching style with the students that I have within the classroom to ensure that their learning needs are met and it is linking with the HASS curriculum. Collaborative learning is another strategy that I'll be implementing as it creates an environment where students are learning from one another. Students will also be working with mixed level abilities where they can ask their peers for help before seeking the teacher's help. The third, ensuring that there's a positive behavior support plan for the class and engagement throughout the lesson. This will not only help the students' motivation, but they'll be getting rewarded for their positive behavior within the classroom and their correct answers. And if a student gets an answer wrong, they will still get rewarded for trying. Number four, project-based learning through HAS to ensure students are critically thinking to find the information related to the HAS topic. So students will be researching the information on their particular project. The importance of HAS within the education system. The importance of humanities and social sciences within the education system is essential. It allows students to create ideas, values, and their own belief system. This is a start to develop critical thinking within the student's capacity. Students are able to develop a big picture as HAS covers topics as environmental stability, government functionality, and society. HAS gives students the opportunity to view history and how the past has shaped the present. Students are able to research topics and develop an understanding that the past choices still affect the present. HAS also has the important capabilities of integrating other learning areas within its components. These include English, arts, and mathematics. Examples of projects where this can occur are Harmony Day, Anzac Day, and NAIDOC Week. Running my classroom through democratic teaching approach. I'll be taking the democratic approach as this aligns with my diverse background and when educating the next generation, I want students to understand the big picture and be aware of the different cultures and values to ensure a multicultural, safe learning space. The democratic approach allows for problem posing where students will be using their voice and understanding to create critical ideas and opportunities to learn under society as a whole. And this can also be done along with project-based learning, as students will be able to use their voice, research their own ideas, and create their own learning opportunity. As stated again, number three, multicultural learning, as stated before, learning about different cultures, diversity within the classroom, being present to other students' backgrounds and ensuring that there's inclusivity within the classroom. This is especially important to me being someone from a diverse background. My background's Malaysian Indian. I really want kids within my classroom to be aware and accepting of all cultures. Um, Number four, researching subjects within HAS, being a model citizen as an educator, uh, within myself being a positive male role model and guiding students correctly and giving students the chance to investigate their own learning. Desocialization is a new way of getting content and knowledge. This creates challenges that are existing, such as social media as a whole. The large role that media plays constructs students' ideas and shapes their mind during the school setting. Thus, disapproval of these stereotypes within HAS is essential, and making students aware that the media is not the be all of end all. Students need to research where the resource or where the website is stating the facts to ensure that what they're saying is correct content. Overall, learning about EDN 441 was severely interesting to me because it's quite evident that HAS has changed. When I was at school, it was quite boring and we weren't learning about different contents. We were just learning about the past history in particular, and I just remember doing a lot of World War One and World War Two. I don't really remember as much learning about indigenous culture and other cultures. And to see the progression and study this unit on how HAS has changed, it was really informative for me and I really enjoyed this unit. And here are my references. And thank you for listening to my EDN 441 assignment.